Greetings from Washington. I'm Angus King. Thanks for tuning in. At the end of every week, I try to take a little time out from Senate votes, committee hearings, and office meetings to report to you on what's been going on here in Washington this week. As you may have heard, I spent the past weekend 500 feet below the Arctic Circle while aboard the USS New Mexico, a Virginia-class nuclear-powered attack submarine that plays a key role supporting the Navy's mission in the Arctic. Over the past 25 years, global climate change has resulted in dramatic changes in the Arctic's ice shelf, which has presented us with new challenges and new opportunities. These include access to oil and gas resources and the openings of new waterways for commercial transit between the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. As a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, the trip proved to me to be an invaluable first-hand learning experience that allowed me to gain a deeper understanding of our military operations in the area, the region's strategic value, and the capacity of these amazing submarines and the people who man them. One of the biggest takes away for me, aside from the need to increase our capacity in the region, was the quality of people we have working for us. We have some of the finest young people serving in the Arctic and in our Navy, I should say, including two from Maine who I met on the ship, one from Gorham and one from Greenbush. These are bright, energetic, patriotic, highly professional and motivated individuals who carry significant responsibilities under very difficult circumstances. It was a great privilege for me to meet them so far from home. Back in the Senate on Tuesday, I sent a letter to the Secretary of Education, Arne Duncan, urging him to consider one of Maine's educational pilot programs called Bridge Year to serve as a model of innovation as the Department of Education here in Washington looks for ways to expand its experimental sites initiative and improve student success across the country. A few weeks ago, I met with the founders of Bridge Year from Maine, and they're the real deal. This program, which has been tremendously successful, provides students with the opportunity to earn college credits while still in high school, and equips graduates with the valuable mentoring and skills unique to technical education. On Wednesday, I had the pleasure of joining MPBN's Maine Calling to talk about the trip to the Arctic and other issues before the Senate, answered questions from Mainers on a variety of topics, including the NSA surveillance program, sexual assault in the military, the influence of dark money in political campaigns. On Thursday, I was happy to be able to finally vote in favor of a temporary 5-month extension of emergency unemployment benefits that will help millions of Americans across the country, including thousands in Maine, to make ends meet and continue their job search. Also on Thursday, the Senate passed legislation to provide the government of Ukraine with financial assistance to help stabilize that country's economy and demonstrate that the U.S. is committed to preventing Russia from further challenging Ukraine's sovereignty. Lastly, I want to take a moment to recognize the remarkable achievements of former Maine Senator Ed Muskie, who would have turned 100 years old today. Ed Muskie was one of Maine's finest citizens, best known as the father of our nation's environmental laws. I feel both tremendously proud and humbled to occupy his seat here in the U.S. Senate. Well, that wraps it up for this week. Thanks for joining me, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. See you in Maine over the weekend.